That's where I'm going this morning. Way out there. Looking for some military evidence, training. There's my shadow. There's my setup. There's two bags in the back there. One is the conventional backpack. Small one right here. And I also have a new one today. This one here. No, I'm not playing guitar or stand-up bass. That is a metal detector. I'll be hauling all this equipment out there to hunt for remains of General Patton's training camp. I'm guessing we got about an hour's worth of hike going on with us for today. Very rocky terrain, mixed sand. This should last for a little bit until we get to the base of that mountain right in front of us there. The base is not, but I would guess about a mile away. More to come. Quite a ways. We're basically going on the other side of this mound in front of us here and around a bit. So, but it is beautiful out here. Take a look back at where we came from. That little red spot on the side of that mountain right there is kind of where we are parked. On the right side of that big mountain there. Rugged terrain though. I mean, this is not let up. Ankle busting territory out here. Got to be careful. And I'm carrying a lot of weight, so I'm taking my time, but we're making good time. I'm walking up a wash right now. A little ways to go. I'll turn the camera back on when we get to our next resting spot. What? Next update here. This is the valley I'm supposed to be looking in first, but I did get an update from World War II history hunter. And he wants me to go check the spot just on the other side of this little ridge here, which I'll do. But I did want to point out a couple things. First off, the ground that I'm traveling in is mostly rock. To dig in this is insane. You're basically looking at, heavy rock down below. But this area down here is the second thing I wanted to point out. This whole area in here looks to be disturbed. But not really. It's hard to make it out. But there is a depression right here that looks funny to me. But this is the bottom of one of these alluvial fans out here. And you can see how it's rutted out. This whole area right through here comes right through. And it dumps down into this area here. I think maybe it pools up here before it dumps out into this wash that I've been traveling up in. Quite a bit of flies out. I'm in the area that we're supposed to be in. As you can see, these rocks are what I'm having to deal with in this wash. It's all over the place. I mean, look at the stuff down here. Nuts. I don't see how the military would be able to haul all the way up here. It's a bit of a climb for any vehicle, and it's very rocky. And then you would have to have earth-moving equipment to bury anything out here because you have to deal with these huge boulders. I'll continue searching, but I don't see any scarring on the ground, which should still be here from the 40s, so. Haven't seen anything in the hillsides. Been scanning them quite a bit, as well as out here. I'm not really even seeing critter tracks out here, which is odd. There's the occasional bird, small like finch type birds. It's a beautiful little tree right there. So you can see there's really no place to put anything out here. Carrying quite a bit of weight with me. That's why you hear me kind of taxed. Carrying my own personal tripod as well as the metal detector. I mean, I'm at ground zero right now, and I'm not seeing any way the military would have been able to successfully do anything out here. Crates, any kind of artillery, or even a pile of spent ammo casings. I don't see any of that. I mean, as soon as you get anywhere below ground here, you're going to run into rocks like this. Boulders. So to have military personnel out here trying to bury things or get rid of things, it's going to take some work. They'd be a lot better off going to the dunes and burying stuff in the dunes rather than this heavy rocky area. But I'll continue searching. There's very little vehicles I know that would make it up this. Not even a Jeep. It's crazy back up in there. I'm going to go a little further down. Then I'm going to start panning out into this this wash looking for stuff. But, like I said before, I should be able to see some kind of disturbed ground. Everything so far looks pretty natural. I don't see anything that really sticks out so far. What I'm thinking about doing is get a better vantage point maybe on this little hill right here. Not all explorers go well. This might be one of those duds. Or there was stuff out here, but it's been cleaned up by BLM. This is not man-made. Wow. Huh. I'm gonna these rocks over here. Look suspect. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. My plan of action right now is to check out this whole area. Back up in there. This is the wash I've been going up along this ridge, along the foot of the mountain here, all the way up into here. I'm standing on a pretty large mound, taking a quick break. Got a good vantage point. There's my gear right there. And just scanning around. This is the search area right in here. And up. But I think if I were the military, this would be my spot. You can pull equipment straight up this wash, right into here, and possibly go up into this area and dump. And it looks fairly cleared out over there. It looks suspect to me. Something doesn't look right. Could be just me, I don't know, but that's where I'm going to check next. It looks pretty gnarly up this way. I was just sitting up there. A little mound. Walked over to this rock pile. It looks suspect, but the closer you get, the less suspect it becomes. And again, a lot of hard rock here. Heavy boulders. And you can't dig very deep to bury anything out here. Very superficial kind of digging would go on. That said, I'm going to go up on top of this little saddle here. It's not far at all. Huh. Well, that looks weird. Zoom in on it. That area right in the center there looks like tire tracks, doesn't it? Let's go investigate that. Nope. Another little false alarm. It does look slightly disturbed here, though. Here's the beginning of the wash. That goes around the other side of this mountain. Doesn't look like any easy way to do this, so I'm just gonna trudge along. Beautiful countryside though, huh? This is really amazing. Okay, wow. It must be beautiful through here when it rains. Why miners didn't come back here is beyond me. A lot of different rock types back here. And I'm finding a lot of quartz. Not necessarily down here, but you get the idea. What are these veins here? That's like granite. That's granite. A lot easier hike down here, as suspected. I'm going to turn around here to see if I need any SA going on. What is that? Is that a stacked rock? Huh. These veins are beautiful. It almost looks like quartz. Stuff up in here. Trippy. Ow! That hurts. Thorns right in the arm. Feels like I'm really going in and out of these little valleys. It's not opening up. It's supposed to open up quite a bit down here. SA. Does seem to be opening up more. I'm seeing more tracks. Old tracks. Black sand. Kind of reminds me of going up Anvil Canyon, where the Death Valley Germans went. Easy to traverse down in the sand, not so easy going back up. I'm going downhill right now. The explorer I did with Death Valley Germans was all downhill from where we parked the vehicle, and going back to camp was all uphill, more scat. These look like bunny rabbit tracks, and old ones at that. Man, look at this rock formation. It looks like something glitched out in the Matrix, you know? It looks very pixelated and man-made. It's gorgeous though. My first man-made piece of junk. This is off of a Mylar balloon. Where'd the balloon go, though? Taking that with me. Don't want a bunny rabbit trying to eat that. Or a bird trying to make a nest out of that. I think it's just crumbling in my hands as I put it in my pocket. This rock right here in the center almost looks stacked, doesn't it? And the sun is to my back, which is good for the camera. Oh, it smells like roses. What is that smell? There's no way a military vehicle could have come up this valley. There's no way. Maybe a tank, but why bring a tank up here, you know? Don't know. I do not know. I'll keep scanning. Another Mylar balloon. This reminds me a lot of the valley that time forgot. Coming back down into Death Valley area. We're of course not there, we're in the Mojave Preserve. I'm camped directly on the other side of that ridge right there. Roughly. Making my way down this way because I had a hunch that maybe the location was incorrect as to where the military may have dumped a lot of spent casings from either artillery, tank, or guns, small arms. Very rugged terrain outside of this wash. Not worth coming up to do anything for, other than mining or a nice hike. But the dig out here is difficult. I will be heading north from here. I won't be backtracking back to Ludlow. I determined that last night after scouting it a bit. Pretty sure I can get back through that way. I just came out of this valley on my way back to camp. And I can see where my camp is from here because of that red spot on the mountain there is my guide. Get back to camp from the other side of this mountain. And that's what I'll be doing. Yeah, I can actually see my camp. Yay. Get up off of this a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off, but I'll turn it back on when I get back to camp. It's going to be very much like this the whole way back. Oh, no one around. There's another balloon. 3 or 4 on this trip so far. We're almost there. Back to camp. Well, that's it. Didn't find anything, but it's part of the adventure sometimes, is just that. You don't get everything you need. However, that was a wonderful hike, and it's probably one that no one really can say they've ever documented on YouTube. So, Eminence from X5 in there, it would help.